Let's look at this question. P is equal to B square C square minus AC minus BD, where A, comma B, comma C and D in that order are four consecutive natural numbers, and A is less than B, which means the numbers that we are dealing with here are A, B, C, D, consecutive natural numbers. So if I take B as my starting point, this is B, this is B minus 1, this is B plus 1, and this is sorry, B plus 2. Why I'm trying to convert all of this into a single variable is so that I have a better idea of what P is about. If you have multiple variables, it is difficult to manage. If you have just one variable, it is simpler to do. So P is equal to B square plus 2B plus 1 minus B square minus 1 minus B into B plus 2. This is what we are getting. Let me expand this further. I will get B raised to the power 4 plus 2B cube plus B square minus B square plus 1 minus B square minus 2B. So this B square and this B square cancels. The final expression I'm getting is B raised to the power 4 plus 2B cube minus B square minus 2B, and finally plus 1. This is the expression that I'm getting. Now see, this is the expression for P, but all the options talk of root P. All the options talk of root P. So this is not the case. This is not the case that we should be concerned with. We should be looking at square root of this. Now the options talk of root P is a prime number or a rational number or a rational or an irrational number or an irrational number. If I get the square root of this as a normal expression, nothing under root, then I can say it is a rational number. Whether it is prime or not, I'll check. But let me try to get the square root of this expression. If this has to be square of some expression, that expression will be of the form x raised to the power b square plus yb plus z. This square should lead me here. Now when you look at this expression, see, now when you look at this expression, because square of z will only give you the constant portion, can I say the value of z will necessarily be plus 1 or minus 1? Square of plus 1 or minus 1 will lead me to 1. This is done. Can you see the coefficient of b square in this expression will necessarily be 1 only? Only then do you reach b raised to the power 4 here. So value of x is identified, potential value of z is identified, the only value that is left is for y. Now see, the two possible expressions that you can get from here are b square plus yb plus 1 whole square, or b square minus yb, sorry, plus yb minus 1 whole square. Now see, if this had been the case, you would never have gotten these terms, which are negative, because all the three terms that you are getting here are positive. So this is definitely not the case. This is the case that we are dealing with. Let's try and expand this expression. What we would then get is b raised to the power 4 plus y square b square plus 1 plus 2ab, so 2yb cube minus 2ac now because c is negative, minus 2b square, then I would get minus 2yb. Now see, there are two b square terms, so let's rearrange that. B raised to the power 4 plus 2y b cube plus b square, coefficient being y square minus 2 minus 2yb plus 1. This is the square of the general term that we have found. Now compare it to the original expression that you were getting. Look at this, the coefficient of b cube. Here you have 2y, here you have 2. So this tells me potential value of y is equal to 1. Now look at the coefficient of b square. Here you have minus 1, here you have y square minus 2. If y square minus 2 is equal to minus 1, y square is equal to 1, or y is equal to 1 or minus 1. So from here the potential value of y that you get is 1 or minus 1. Let's look at the coefficient of b. Here you have minus 2, here you have minus 2y. Again, the potential value of y that you get is 1. Now what value of a y will satisfy all these three cases? Is 1 only. Therefore, this expression, not in terms of x, y and z, precisely should be b square plus b minus 1 whole square gives me this result, which means the square root, given that this is in terms of b and everything, and this is the square root of this expression, can I claim with confidence under root p is always a rational number. Under root p is always a rational number. So option C and option D get ruled out. Now I have to check whether will it always be a prime number. The smallest value of b that you can take is 2. The smallest value of b that you can take is 2. Let's say if I take value of b as 2, 2 square plus 2 minus 1 gives me 7. Wonderful. I have to see if this term always gives me a prime number. Okay. 5 square plus 5 minus 1, yes. 6 square plus 6. Oh, see. If I give b the value of 6, if I give b the value of 6, sorry. If I give b the value of 6 square plus 6 is 42, 42 minus 1 is 41, so still prime. B square plus, if I give b the value of 7, then I would get 49 plus 7 minus 1, which is equal to 55, and this is not a prime number. This eliminates option A from the running, and therefore the only one that you are left with is option B. Now this is the technical way of doing it. The smart or the simple way of doing it is simple. You simply assume values 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see 3, 4 cases, and then you would easily reach your answer that it is always rational. And then when you check for more cases, you would see that it is also not prime. So you can mark your answer option B. In this video or this explanation, I tried to explain the technical way of reaching the answer, which is not always the right way of doing it in the exam setup.